morning, everyone. Right, sorry about the delay. Good morning. Sorry, there's been a slight delay. Having tech issues this morning. I think we're okay though now. The sound wasn't working. Right, we're good now, hopefully. Good morning, it's Wednesday. A couple minutes late, so let's get going. I hope we're good. Yes, it's middle of the week, so we focus on hips on a Wednesday. So we're going to begin lying back. So come to lie back whenever you're ready, and let's get settled. If there are any problems with the sound, just drop me a message in the box. I think I was having battery issues with the microphone. I think we're good though now. Great. Okay, it's only 2 minutes past. Not the end of the world, hey? Right, come to lie back. And because we're focusing on the hips this morning, I'm going to give you the option to take Baddha Konasana, which is that diamond shape with the legs. But you don't have to. We're going to get into the hips. So if straight legs is more your vibe this morning, then go for that. Wherever you are, we just started lying down. So get settled. Maybe swish the heels, rock on the pelvis, tuck the shoulders towards one another. Let the arms kind of just flop off the edges of your mat. I want you to try and be really heavy. I'm conscious, we might just have gotten up not so long ago. So you're back to lying down. So I don't want you to be too active here. Try and relax back down, however long you've been up this morning. You may have just rolled from your bed onto your mat. That's absolutely fine as well. Great. Okay. Relax the face, soften the jaw. Just take a few moments to soften, to ease. Nice big breath in and gentle sigh out. A couple of sighing breaths can really help you to relax. So if that felt good, just do another one. It's a big breath in through the nose and then a gentle exhale through the mouth. Good, and then allow the lips to close. Try and come to complete stillness. And as always, we just have a little conversation with ourselves about how we're doing, how we're feeling, what's going on. That little check-in, so important. And remember, we're just listening to what's coming up. We're not adding any real layers of extra thought. We're certainly not allowing us to be judgmental about how we are. It is what it is, yeah? However you show up on your mat, that's the beauty. It's still there. We still practice. And sometimes on those days when it's a bit trickier or the feelings are a bit more difficult to name, those are the days, the practice is definitely needed. So if today's one of those days, well done. Whenever you're ready, start to shift your attention to your breath. Some of you might be already there. We're breathing in through the nose. And we're breathing out through the nose. Inhale, belly rises. Feel that expanse. Exhale, belly falls and contracts. Feel the air kind of squeezing back out. Good, just a few more breaths like that. Checking in to try and get yourself a nice, smooth, deep, steady breath this morning. Wishing you all a really nice practice this morning. As I said, we're focusing on the hips, inner and outer thighs in particular. So if you took that diamond shape with the legs, gently guide the knees back in towards one another. If you didn't, just bring the bend to the knee, plant the feet, and we'll just swish the knees a little bit from side to side. As you do that, the hips will lift. So as you go to the right, your left hip will leave the earth. As you go to the left, the right hip will. And you might even just take the arms wide now, just to encourage the chest and the shoulders to stay grounded as you do those little leg swishes. So you're getting a nice, very subtle side body stretch and a little twist as well. If it feels nice to pause, take a little pause, that's fine. You may even drop the head to the opposite direction. Great, and then come back to center whenever you're ready. Lift the feet off the earth, grab hold of the knees, might be the backs of the thighs, and start to guide the knees a little bit wider. So coming into happy baby. It's first thing in the morning though, so let's just take this nice and steady. Some of you might be able to grab your big toes and the blade edges of your feet. You can do that, of course you can, but just be mindful the low back isn't completely lifting off the earth. We want to keep the spine grounded. So don't kind of strive and reach for those places if it means that you're creating tension in the jaw, the neck, lifting the shoulders off. We want to just be moving around here in a really gentle, heavy, happy baby. And it might be that you kick the heels in and away from you, just enjoying a little bit of movement into the knee joint. And when we're looking at inner and outer hips and thighs, really think about the knees, the thighs being at 10 and 2 o'clock. If you had a clock face above you, that diagonal kind of positioning with the thigh bone is what we're looking for. Soles of the feet kind of can spread as if they're standing on the sky. Good. So you can stay here and roll up and down the spine from here. If that's too much this morning, just roll to one side and push yourself up. We're coming up to a seated position. Maybe if you did the little rolls, you're hovering once you get to the top. If you are hovering at the top, by all means, you can start to kick out the legs a little bit more, really kind of challenging the balance this morning. Or maybe you're just here, wherever you are, hold and stay with me for 3. Good, for 2. Nice, on 1. Slowly come down. Let's find a seated position, kneeling. Crossing at the ankles. Gosh. And soles of the feet together. So a seated Baddha Konasana now. So if you just did this, lying down, it'll feel okay. If it's your first one, you might need to move a little bit. Feet close towards you or further away will make this feel slightly different. If it's a little bit intense, you can just prop blocks underneath your knees. That's a nice variation of this that just takes the edge off. So by all means. And bed pillows, cushions, whatever's available. Whenever I say a yoga brick, it's whatever you've got at home. And it just brings the floor to you, essentially. As you sit there, really think about rolling the shoulders back, lengthening through the spine, grounding down through the sit bones. I'm resting my hands on my knees just to encourage a little opening through the front of the chest, like I'm trying to draw my collarbones through, squeeze my shoulders behind me. Breathe into the belly here for 3. How is the breath this morning for 2? Last big breath in. Good, on 1. Remove the bricks. Let's start to keep the right foot in and kick the left heel out. So Janu Shasasana, okay? So it's called head to knee pose. We're not worried too much about getting our head to our knee at this time in the morning. We're actually going to sit nice and tall, hook the thumbs above us, and just move a little bit from side to side. So getting into the side body, having a nice move of the spine. And when you're ready, we're going to come into a bit more of a side bend over that extended leg. You can keep the arms reaching up. Some of you might be able to reach the foot or rest the hand on the thigh, the knee, the shin, whatever's available. Top hand, drop it behind the head. Encourage that chest to open. If it feels nice to circle the elbow, just to warm up the shoulder a little bit, you can, but not losing that focus on the extended leg and coming into that Janushasana. Good. We're feeling a nice side stretch through the right side body. Be mindful we're not crunching too much in the left side body. We're still lifted here before we go over to the side. Pinning the bent knee down, plugging the right hip, the right sit bone down. We're here for 3. Exhale for 2. Good. On 1, come back to center, hands behind the head again. Instead of side stretching now, just gently start to twist a little bit from side to side and think about the elbows kind of being in line and drawing some lines either side of you. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to pause over to the right. You can stay here, or you can reach the left hand over to the right knee, and the right hand just kind of rests behind you. Again, if the floor is far away, place a brick behind you. Inhale to grow taller, exhale to twist. Keep the extended leg active, breath nice and strong here. Good. One more inhale, grow taller. One more exhale, twist a little deeper. Great. Listen carefully. You're going to keep that bent leg where it is. You might move it forward a little bit. Your extended leg, your left leg, you're going to start to grab hold of that with your left hand behind the knee, your right hand around the foot, and you're going to sway that leg from side to side. So getting into the left outer hip now, left outer thigh, hopefully. You have 2 options here. You can just kind of place the leg on top so that the shin bones are stacked. This is called fire log pose. That might be a little bit too intense. If it is, figure 4 is your option. So you just kind of swing that that bent knee out, plant the foot and rest the ankle into your figure 4. So fire log or figure 4. If you're taking fire log, you might be able to hinge forward and you'll really start to feel this in the left outer hip, easing forward if that feels good. If you're taking your figure 4, it's exactly the same. You've just extended that base leg a little bit and you're sitting tall in your figure 4. You can move around here as well, that little swish and sway from side to side, or that moving forward, getting the torso closer to the legs, which we're doing in both positions. If you think about it, you're moving the torso closer to the legs. That's increasing this feeling along left outer hip, left outer thigh. So wherever you are, figure 4 or fire log, take a couple more breaths. Lovely. Come all the way back up. Kick both heels out now, okay? So wide fold or wide seat. We might not be folding. This might be enough. Sitting nice and tall. If you feel like you're dumping into the low back straight away and the spine's kind of curled up, sit on something. Elevate your hip and your sit bones to help you out there. It really will drive the sit bones back, bring the chest forward and allow you to sit tall. That is your first option. Second option, you might start to move forwards and backwards, maybe come a little bit lower with the torso, maybe creep the fingertips forward Again, it's first thing. Notice how you're feeling. And one side's going to feel different to the other because we've not done our right side yet. Good. Breathing here for 3. For 2. Lovely. On 1. Slowly come up. This time you're going to bring the left foot in towards you. You're going to keep the right leg extended. Roll the shoulders back. Sit tall. Same thing. Reach the arms, either hook the thumbs, or you might want to do something different. You can catch the elbows. I don't mind. You can interlace the fingers. And we're just going to go from side to side. Just like we did before. Might be able to go a bit deeper now. See how it feels. If you are hooking the thumbs, just hook the opposite thumb on top. Good, and then when you're ready, let's stay into that side stretch. So you're reaching over, keeping the torso quite open here. We're not kind of facing the leg. We're keeping a nice openness to the body. Again, that top hand can drop behind the head, just to encourage the chest to open. And remember, if you want, just bring the fingertips to the shoulder. Draw some circles with the left elbow this time. So feeling this in quite a few places. Side body, warming up the shoulder, inner thigh, yeah? Plug the left hip down. Good. Pausing here for 3. For 2. Active through that extended leg. On 1. Come back to center. Same thing. Some little twisting before we go into that hold. Maybe cactusing the arms this time. Getting a real sense of the torso moving, the hips. So everything from the navel stays super grounded and solid. We're literally just moving from the waist. And then when you're ready, hold the twist. So right hand comes across, left hand comes behind you. Breathing in to go taller, breathing out to twist more. Good, how are we feeling? We're here, breathing, inhaling to go taller with the spine, exhaling to twist deeper. Great, release, come back to center. Okay, both knees are going to soften now, heels as wide as your mat, and then you're just going to swish your knees a little bit from side to side. So same as what we did when we were lying down, just upright now. So you can kind of open the chest a little bit in this one. And then when you're ready, bring your feet hip width, bend your knees, plant the hands behind you, fingertips pointing to the toes, and on an inhale, lift the bum, come into reverse tabletop. On an exhale, come back down. And just get used to that movement. We don't have to hold at the top. We might after a few rounds. But we're just swinging the hips back, and then we're bringing them up and forward. So waking up the back body now. And you can swing them back as much as you want. Some of you might just be going more up and down, yeah, like this. Or you can swing them back. The arms will get involved then, a little bit more intense. If you want, once you've done a few, you can hold at the top, squeeze shoulders, lift hips, press through heels, press through big toes for 3, for 2. Good, on 1, bum down, cross over the ankles. Let's come to tabletop. Okay, tabletop, here we are. You know the story. Do what feels good here. Anything you want. Moving from side to side, dipping the belly. Moving around. Anything that feels good. Great, and then when you've had enough of all those movements, come back to a nice stable position Remember everything you know, spread fingers, get knees under hips, everything nice and stacked. Hover the right knee and start to move the right hip from here now. It's going to feel a little bit different, okay? You're going to feel like the hip's working now. It's going to start to warm up. So those circles can be as big or as small as you want. I'm just keeping an eye on the audio this morning because it was playing up. So if I'm faffing around, that's all I'm doing. I think we're okay still. I think we're okay. You know, you guys can message me if something happens to the audio. Okay, hopefully you've changed directions. And then when you're ready, kick the heel back. Like you're stomping on the ceiling, I want you to just pulse here. Up and down. Super, super small. Like you're tapping the heel above you. Squeezing, pulsing, breathing. Give me 3, 2. That's the breath I'm counting. Good, on 1, hover the knee down, let it go. A couple more circles. Same thing, but up and out to the side. Okay, again, just about 15 seconds, pulsing up and down. Hopefully we're feeling the outer thigh, outer hip working. A little bit through the butt, hopefully, as well. Give me 3 more breaths here. Awesome. Listen carefully. Right foot's going to step outside the right hand. So it's almost like that 10 and 2 o'clock position. It's exactly that again. Yeah. So we're outside the baby finger with the right foot. Yeah. As there's an angle here that we're working towards. And just move around here. It's a variation of a low lunge. Yeah. But the right toes are at 2 o'clock. You might want to adjust the back knee and walk it back a little. Depends how deep you want to go this morning. Again, bricks are there if you need them. If your floor mat feels far away, bring it to you. The more you kind of angle that back leg, the thigh towards the earth, the better. Yeah? We're trying to get a nice diagonal line from crown of head to back toes. Now, how's that front foot doing? Are we really pressing through the foot? A little bit of work here. You can press through big toe and baby toe, like you're trying to pulse in and out. So you're bringing the knee closer to you, you're taking it away. Just see if you can do that for a little bit. In and out. You can go as big with that movement as you want or can. It might feel quite subtle. Some of you might be able to move the leg quite considerably in and out. Just give me 3 more breaths, squeezing in, letting it go. It's like you're trying to tap the shoulder or the upper arm, and then you're taking the knee away. Good. Last 3. Last 2. On 1. Now keep the big toes pretty planted, so we're quite active here. We're squeezing that inner knee or inner thigh into the upper arm. From here, right arm's going to reach up. We're going to do a nice little twist. Staying here or adding some movement into these. So you're going to tap the elbow down towards the ankle bone or thereabouts. Might not get all the way down there. Some of you might be able to get all the way down to the earth with the forearm and tap it down. Again, yogi's choice. Just see how you go. 5 in total, so just give me 2 more. Good, and then when you're ready, come back up, hand to the low back. We're taking that twist a little bit deeper now. So think about pulling the right shoulder back, still pressing through the big toe. We're not winging out here. We're not loosey-goosey. We're active. If you want, you might be able to kick the back foot towards the right hand. That might be a little bit much for your hamstring this morning. If you've got hold, take hold, kick foot into hand. Enjoy the shoulder stretch. Enjoy the stretch of the front of the left hip and the thigh bone, the thigh muscle, sorry. You can't stretch a bone. That's here for 3, for 2. Well done. On 1, release. Listen carefully. Heel toe that foot in and slide the knee back. Let it go. We're in a half plank position now, so you know what's coming. We don't miss these presses. I don't think I've ever missed them any of these mornings. We're always building strength in the upper body and the shoulders. So 5 presses, if that feels okay this morning. Remember, if you want to do 3, you do 3, but just get at least a couple of reps in. And then on that final one, belly all the way to the floor, same thing, little squeeze and lift of the shoulders and chest for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, good, on 1, maybe a little pause at the top, and then tuck the toes, hands, knees and toes stay where they are, strong push up into that press up position, hips go back, and just take a child's pose for a couple of breaths. Okay, when you're ready, back to tabletop. Let's do all that on the other side. So now we're circling the left knee. So hover the left knee and start to move that hip joint. And really get a sense of the leg being like heavy, and you're just letting it kind of dangle and move in space. And then the more you kind of get the muscles involved and control that movement, the more we're working it in both directions. You're in control of these circles. They're as small, as big, as smooth as possible, yeah? This is joint mobility. When you think of a ball and socket joint, the more you can move in that circular motion, the more freedom you have in that joint. That's mobility, yeah? Right, when you're ready, we're now looking at joint strength. Stomp the foot to the sky. Again, about 15 seconds we're doing this for. Check in, see how it feels. Give me 3 more breaths. Keep pushing the floor away. Try not to dump into the chest, still active through the arms. Last 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, that knee is going to come up and out to the side. So it's in line with your hip out to the side. So the shin bone's parallel to the long edge of the mat. Again, about 15 seconds of pulsing. If the pulsing is too much, just hold it in space. You're still working the joint. You're still working the muscles here. I'm going to count you down now. Last 5, 4. Keep squeezing, lifting and pulsing. 3, 2. Lovely. On 1. Let it go. Left foot outside the left fingertips, okay? Move forwards and backwards here. Get settled into this version of a low lunge. It's actually lizard, really, if you want the name. Great. Remember, bricks can be there for you. Okay, let's do those little wings in and out. Yeah? So, same thing. Let me show you from here. The legs coming in and out. So it's like you're winging it out, squeezing it in. Winging it out, squeezing it in. Do that for, again, about 15 seconds. Press through big toe, press through baby toe. Big toe, baby toe, or blade edge of foot, inner edge of foot. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Just a very subtle small movement for 3, for 2. Good, on 1. Now squeeze it in. Inner knee with, right next to your upper left arm. And then on an inhale, add the twist. And remember, you can stay here, or you can do those little movements where you come all the way down with the forearm, you reach all the way up. So just 5 of those. And I'll show you from here. So reaching up and then coming all the way down. Just seeing how low you can go. Give me 1 more. That's 5 in total. And then when you're ready, let's stay up and then reach the arm behind you towards that back foot. Bit more of a twist here. And you can stay just reaching, enjoying that nice stretch and opening through the left side of the chest and the shoulder, or maybe you kick the foot into your hand. And if you get that kick or that connection with the back foot. Really kick the foot away from you. Don't forget about your left foot. Plant through the big toe. Press through that left foot. Squeeze the inner thigh. We're here for 3, for 2. Lovely. On 1. Release. Slide it back. You're in that half press up position. Yogi's choice now to come into a full plank, maybe taking a chaturanga, or you come back to the knees and lower halfway. Yogi's choice. Either way, we're pushing back into a downward facing dog. But you might come to a child's pose first, let it go, and then take downward dog. Either way, that's where we're going to meet, downward facing dog. Nice, first one. So just enjoy the movement. Walk out the legs. I think it's quite nice to take the feet wider in downward dog when we're doing stuff with our hips. I think you can kind of get a bit of a stretch through the outer hips by taking the feet wider and almost angling them at that kind of 10 and 2 o'clock position. Just a choice, you don't have to do that. We are going to all do that now though, as we walk the hands to the feet and take a yogi squat at the back of the mat. So hands come back, knees soften, and we're moving around here into a yogi squat eventually, yeah? We might not get there straight away. Might just move around a little bit from side to side. Just be careful. Notice how